think I'd have made some wrong decisions if I hadn't have worked with you at the time.
Do you think it's affected revenue or helped to sort of?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, that the strategy Greek Christmas, particularly of that first wave of focus, I mean, it directly emanated from one of our first sessions.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking, oh, EY and PWs and everyone else is chopping people. Do I need to chop people?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Interesting. And what about your personal, in terms of your personal mission, right? Because I know you're such an inspiring leader, and you do have a mission for what you want to do in the world. How is that has it helped in terms of your personal inspiration, drive, mission, and so on?
Yeah, look, I'll share with the audience. I have two key kind of aims in life. One is to challenge boundaries, and that's to challenge my own boundaries, whether it be mental or physical. I do lots of endurance sport, but also challenge the boundaries of people's thinking around work and career and talent. So challenge boundaries is one. And for me, inspiring others is another, whether it's my family, my kids, my peers in the industry, clients, colleagues. And so for me, I want to have a greater impact on the world of work. And if it wasn't for some of the things we've done, I wouldn't be speaking in Stockholm next week at a conference. So I've never had an international speaking gig before. And it's what an opportunity to be able to go to Europe and talk about my skills research. So that may open a whole load of different doors that I'm not expecting or haven't expected in the past. So yeah, so the mindset shift has just given me a bit more of a lot more positive outlook on life. But it has definitely had a material impact on business performance and brand as well.
And knowing what you know now, Gareth, what would you tell other CEOs who are kind of in similar situations? They're sort of, challenged in terms of their sales or revenue decline. They're considering, or they're perhaps quite stressed themselves about some of these challenges. What would you say to them in terms of, kind of either seeking help or seeking a coach? What would your recommendation be, knowing what you know now and having achieved what you achieved?
Yeah, look, I think the value is there to talk to someone externally. I mean, at the time, I think you'll probably remember, Avi, I was actually quite guilty about spending the money hitting the P&L when I was trying to reduce OPEX. So there's a kind of guilt factor you've got to overcome. But there's value in that spend that magnifies way beyond the spend itself. So I think, I wouldn't claim that, we did everything right last year, but just pause and have dialogue with an external and understand what are your options, because sometimes we're blinkered on those options. Now, for some companies, downsizing may be the only option. You're not taking that off the table, but you need to be really clear on the problem you're trying to solve and what your option set is to solve them. And I think you can only do so much of that internally. Sometimes you just need that external in. Again, I'm a consultant. That's what clients engage us to do. I think founders and leaders need to do the same.